All right, completing the editing interview project. I'm going to take you through the steps that I want you to pursue. Think of this as a test of your ability to use resources to teach yourself the material you need for class. We're going to be doing this all year long, and some of the harder or weaker components for students is being self-directed and using the resources that are available to them. You're going to need to do this all year long, and so the structure of the project always has the what. So in this case, you're making a blog post. You're going to embed a 3-minute or less video, I want it to be 2 to 3 minutes, of an edited interview that is 30 minutes long. So why are we doing this? Because we need to know these skills in Premiere Pro. And as I said, I need to know that you can be self-directed and use resources to teach yourself as you need to, talking to your neighbor, watching video tutorials, etc. How? We're going to practice these techniques, and the tutorials are going to take you through that. You're also going to practice using keyboard shortcuts. Essentially, you can't work in Premiere Pro effectively unless you know keyboard shortcuts. You don't have to know all of these, but I want you to practice the most common ones so you can get a feel for how the process works. And like anything, it's going to be a little frustrating at first. That's why I'm giving you multiple days to work on this. And so just be patient with yourself. Now the steps. And in any project that I write in Schoology, I always have the what, why, how, and the how are the steps. And so please read these carefully. So first off, create a blog post titled Editing an Interview. Now, I'm going to do this right now because I want you to see this, that you go to your blog, you click on a new blog post, and what we do is put in the title. Whoops, I guess I selected the wrong thing. I'm supposed to select this one. Here we go, copy that. Now I'll go back over to my blog and I paste that in there. Next, it says create headings for these. So I'm going to do that right now. And I'm going to go into my blog and I'm going to type right here. Now, what I want to do is hit enter, and see how I'm hitting enter or return for each one of these and it's turning into something else? What I want is, I don't want this to be a bullet. I want it to be, if I click here and click on heading, it becomes a heading. When I click on this one and I click here, it becomes a heading. So I just go down here and do this for each one of these. And you're going to be putting content underneath each one of these headings when the project is over. So then you'll write your summary here. And, okay, now I'm going to publish this, because publishing, notice I hit that button twice, now it's saved. If I were to go back to my blog, so I'm going to view the post. Of course, it's now, there we go. This is what it looks like, and it's ready now for me to put my content in later. Okay, so I did that. That's the first step. Exploring these handouts, you can do that. This is stuff about editing. I think they'll be helpful. More importantly, though, is following these 5 tutorials, and this is going to take you some time. So I'm going to open up this in a new tab, and you have to watch these and get into Premiere Pro to start looking at how this stuff works. And the idea is, this is going to show you how the basics of Premiere Pro works. What you need is the James Clark interview file, which we downloaded prior, and it should be on your computer. If not, it's linked in Schoology, but it does take a while to download. So you have this, and it should be in your downloads folder, which is down in the corner over here, or on the Mac, you can click on the top right corner, the magnifying glass, and you can then type the words you're looking for, and there's download. So if I do this, I'll be able to find the downloads folder, which is right there, okay? Now, I also need to make sure that I have Premiere Pro working, so let's type in Premiere, and you'll see right here, I have Premiere Pro. This is what I want, and 2022 is our most recent version.
It's easy to add a title to your video in Adobe Premiere
Okay, that's, I'm closed
Pro.
that.
Position.
It just started talking. Anyway, Premiere Pro is now opening up. You should see this when it first opens. Last week I asked people to open the file, or open Premiere Pro to make sure it works on their computer. So that should be done. Okay, anyway, you're going to watch these tutorials as you need to, like when you're ready to import footage, like bringing in the James Clark footage, watch that, okay? And then creating a sequence, same thing. Watch these, go back and forth, working with Premiere Pro. You're also going to watch this documentary. And this one,
I definitely would, and that sounds decent.
We started watching, hold on, I guess it's activating Premiere Pro here. hold on, I haven't launched on this computer, which is great. That's how it should be on your computer. And Premiere Pro will launch here in a moment. But we're going to watch this tutorial to see how you do the shortcuts. So this is a great example of how to edit down interviews. We started watching it last week, as I said. So I want you to complete this, and this will help you quite a bit. All right, what you're seeing right now is Premiere Pro. I can learn more about it. I'm going to close out of this right now because I'm good. All right, so to create a new project, right here, I click New Project, and you can see all these tutorials and things like that. I'm going to click here, and yeah. So when you're starting a new project, you can go in and do all kinds of things. Select Media, down here, Create, and I can import. So again, the tutorial is going to take you through this. This is where the James Clark video will go. In the salad bowl, we talked about what this is, what this is, what this is, and what this is. Please reread the salad bowl analogy, or making a salad analogy is what I should be saying. All right, now let's go back. So you're going to be working on that, and you're going to be adding B-roll. Now, B-roll is material that are other video clips, essentially, that James is in. These are examples of B-roll. The B-roll folder that you have access to is right here. And so you can download some of these files to see what you want to cut away to while James is talking. Okay? And so let's go back over here. So you have the assets for B-roll. The interview, if the download didn't show up on your computer, this is where it is. We downloaded it last week, so you should have that. I put the interview questions there as well if you'd like to have those. Now, going through these steps, what you're going to be doing is, firstly, if that's a word, is watching the 30-minute interview and writing notes about what sections you like the most. Then you're going to watch B-roll clips to see which ones you like the most. Then download those to your computer. Okay, come up with a theme. What's the big takeaway that you want people to have? Then write your theme and summarize the project in the summary part of your blog post. Okay, so we go over here, that'll be under your summary. Then organize your material, and what you're doing is you're writing down what clips you're going to have, and you can do that in your blog. You can write it down on paper, but I would like you to document that in some kind of fashion. Like, what are you doing to write down notes about what you liked about the 30-minute clip, and how are you going to organize the actual 3-minute chunk? Like, what are you going to cut away to? What words are you going to keep? Start writing that out on paper, or if you want to create a table inside your blog post, this shows you how to do that. So that's an option for you. Okay, then you'll decide on titles, fonts, transitions, things like that you may want to have in Premiere Pro. That's optional. And then you're going to be editing the whole thing down. When you export it out, the exporting option, that's one of the tutorials we have for you to do. And export it out, I'm going to show you something. And I'm going to import in the media. And give me a moment here. I'm going to take the James Clark video, put it in here. And then I'm going to drag it over the timeline. Let's just pretend I'm done. When I go up to File, Export, Media, what I want to do is all this stuff over here is set up to match the source and so on and so forth. This is going to work, but I need to click here because when I export it out, I need to make sure I know where it goes. And oftentimes I have no idea. So what I'll do is name it something like that, and now I'm going to click Save, and this will change to the desktop. This is a big issue a lot of people have, like they don't know where it is. And then I'll start the export. I'll click here, and it's going to start exporting, and this may take a while. So don't do this the last thing on a class period. You need some time for this to work, okay? And it depends on how long your clip is. It shouldn't take more than a few minutes, but give yourself 5 to 10 to be safe. I'm going to cancel it just because that's not the priority of what I'm doing right now, and I'll take that off to the side. Once you have the video done, then I want you to put it into your Google Drive and link it into your blog post, and that's going to go under Project Skills Evidence, so you'll put the link underneath here, and then you're going to write a small paragraph about what you learned. Okay? Now, that's me reading my directions here and kind of guiding you through the process of what you're going to be doing. It is a complex project. You do have to focus. You have to do one thing at a time. If you do, the amount of time you have is going to be enough to complete the project. All right? So hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching.